Assalamualaikum to everyone. My name is Ariani and welcome to my blog. So, today I would actually like to talk about the issue of racism. And I've actually found two definitions of racism, and both of them have actually pointed out that racism basically means to prefer a certain race in order to make another race feel more inferior, or towards religious beliefs, or to ethnicities or sexual orientations. And many are also critical that Malaysian authorities are lacking of their enforcements towards people who have actually done all these racial discrimination. A few examples can be seen by in 2016, Orang Asli students are actually treated inhumanely in schools, where an Orang Asli girl in Posbala, Kelantan was actually labeled an OKU, also known as Orang Kurang Upaya, or a disabled person, even though she was actually perfectly able. There was also an incident where an Orang Asli student was forced to eat glass pieces after unintentionally breaking window of a glass panel at school. So if you don't think that's actually a problem, then I don't know what is. So whether you notice it or not, there are actually two types of racism going around in this world. The first one is externalized racism, where it's actually more famous and more well known, where you can see that people are being racist in front of your eyes. And the second one is internalized racism, where basically minorities or people of color lose how they look like because they don't feel like they look Western enough. And this is actually a pretty serious social issue, because due to these Western standards, people don't like what they look like or how they're supposed to look like according to their ethnic groups. For example, in Malaysia, usually people buy whitening creams that actually contain bleach to whiten their skin to the point where they actually look unrecognizable. So the idea of being darker is uglier is actually internalized racism, because you feel like if you are darker, you will look like a certain race, and but even by that mindset that a certain race is ugly, that's already considered as racist. So moving on to another example is the use of racial slurs in daily verbal communication. So you might notice that a lot of Malaysians use the N word that belongs to the black people, or the K word that belongs to the Indians, as an adjective to describe bad things. If you don't see why that's wrong, then let's probably put it this way. So lately, I've actually noticed that a lot of netizens have called Malaysians Malay, Melei, and what I have noticed is that a lot of Malays are actually against that race because it is offensive. And if we were Malays and we call each other Malay, that's fine. But if it was other races calling us Malay, it will be offensive. So that's the mindset that other races feel if we call them such racial slurs. So in conclusion, we as human beings should try to tolerate and respect one another, and try not to offend each other if we're trying to live peacefully with each other. I hope this vlog was as informative as it is to you as it was for me. If there are any shortcomings, please leave a comment in the comments below, and I will try to fix my mistakes. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.